everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today it's time for my monthly rundown of the latest fragrance releases. This time of year we tend to get quite a few brands releasing fragrances ready for Christmas, so we have a few new big releases to go through. If you are new here, then hello and welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have thousands of videos like this. Been doing this for 10 years on YouTube now, not just on new releases but whole ranges, perfume notes, perfumers, so do check out my other content. And if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up, that really helps me. And as always, I'll put the links down below in the description box to where you can get all the perfumes I talk about, where they're available all around the world. Cool, so probably the biggest launch, or one of the biggest launches of the past few weeks, has been the new La Bomba from Carolina Herrera. So they're of course known at the moment for their good girl perfumes that are in the shape of a shoe. They love their unusual bottles, and we have this new one, La Bomba, that's in the shape of a butterfly. So very unique, very cool, totally unexpected. I just assumed there'd be another good girl perfume, so immediately this stands out on a shelf. Like, I think this will do really well just because it's got a beautiful pink butterfly bottle. In terms of the smell, so it's supposed to smell like dragon fruit. In my opinion, that's not what it smells like. It smells like cherry, and I have seen other people try this for the first time and immediately say cherry, and I'm surprised that they didn't market this as cherry because cherry is like quite on trend the past year or so. But anyway, so it's very fruity and quite sweet. It has some floral heart notes, peony, frangipani, and then you've got a vanilla in the base with some patchouli that helps with the lasting power. But for me, that cherry note really is the main note here. So if you are looking for a cherry fragrance that's fresh and sweet and relatively light, I think this is good. Though I do find that this lasts okay. It's an eau de parfum. That patchouli and vanilla in the base, they're both ingredients that help fragrances last. So it does have some projection, especially in the first hour or so, but it's not super heavy. It kind of smells like what you'd expect from a pink butterfly, if that makes sense. But I think the marketing around it being tropical, about it having dragon fruit in, I think that's kind of misaligned for me, because for me this is fruity, sweet, youthful, fun, but it's not tropical. This doesn't remind me of the summertime, but it is really beautiful, really sweet, and I'm sure this will do really well for Christmas. So next up, the other big launch is a new version of Miss Dior called Miss Dior Essence. This is created by the perfumer Francis Kirk de Jean. Dior is owned by LVMH, one of the biggest companies in the world. I think the owner of LVMH is always like competing with Bezos and Elon to be like the richest man in the world. And they recently like hired Francis Kirk de Jean, or employed him as the nose of Dior. And they also own his fragrance brand, Maison Francis Kirk de Jean. So he now creates all the Dior fragrances as the head perfumer of Dior. This was definitely a welcome surprise for me. If you have been watching my videos a long time, you'll know I love the Miss Dior range. Obviously the branding is beautiful, the bottles are beautiful, but the old Miss Dior Cherie was one of my favorite fragrances of all time, and then recently they started reformulating them and making them very light. But I'm pleased to say Miss Dior Essence is not light, and if you like the old discontinued Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming, I think this is a good replacement for it. So this has that deep fruits of the forest opening note that they describe as blackberry. It reminds me a lot of Le Petit Robe Noir from Guerlain. Very like dark sweetness, like a liqueur, like a blackcurrant liqueur type vibe. And then we have a woody base with some jasmine heart. It is definitely strong, autumn, winter, deep, quite sexy. I would say this is too sweet and deep for like the office, so this is more evening time, it's more like winter time, but it's definitely different to Miss Dior Eau de Parfum or like Blooming Bouquet, which are very light and simple and floral. This is definitely deep and moody, so I do really like it. I find it performs well. It is a little bit sickly to me. Like after a while of smelling this as I'm wearing it, it does make me feel a little bit sickly, which is kind of sad. Like the jasmine doesn't really come through, and it stays with that like liqueur blackberry notes, but it could be because like it's not really winter yet, like it's not really like heavy cozy perfume time. I'm not sure yet, but it is definitely like Soki approved. It's a good perfume. It's very expensive. The 30ml cost me like £95 I think, but it is beautiful. But if you like Miss Dior Eau de Parfum or Blooming Bouquet, I don't think you'll like this. If you like the Parfum version that's like my Empress, or you like Absolutely Blooming, then I think you will like this. Another big launch is from Lancome, the new La Vie Belle Vanille Nude. The Lancome La Vie Belle fragrances are best-selling fragrances. I think it's L'Oreal that creates Lancome perfumes. They also create Armani and YSL, I think. I find that they perform really well, especially the Vie Belle that really lasts. This one is absolutely jumping on the vanilla trend, the gourmand trend at the moment. It's a really sort of true soft vanilla, slightly musky, slightly powdery, but just really cozy vanilla. So if you're just looking for a vanilla perfume, I think this one is very reliable. It will last on you. You can smell it on yourself. Very simple and vanilla-y. It's not really like original La Vie Belle, which is praline. It has patchouli. This is really all about vanilla. If that's what you want, you can't really go wrong with La Vie Belle, and it's another beautiful bottle with its little sparkly bow. We have a new fragrance in the Marc Jacobs Perfect range called Perfect Absolute. This is my favorite in the Perfect range. It's deeper, more interesting. It's a joyful, fresh, fruity perfume, but it has better lasting power than a lot of the previous versions of Perfect. We have a fig note in here, which is giving it those fruity vibes, and then quite a delicate caramel, so it's not overly sweet. It reminds me quite a lot of Gucci Flora Intense that they just released, and that's making me think maybe it's the same company that makes both of these. I think Coty makes both of them, so that's probably why they smell so similar. But yeah, it's definitely the best for lasting, because I find original Perfect EDT just didn't last at all. This is definitely better, and again, it's another really cute bottle. We have a third version of Jean Paul Gaultier's Divine, Gaultier Divine. This is called Elixir. This is a white floral fragrance, ylang ylang, jasmine and tuberose, very flowery, and then it has a kind of salty like sea air opening, which makes it feel slightly tropical. But this is really for a white floral fan. If you like those tuberose perfumes, ylang ylang, like flowery white perfumes, you'll like this. It's not massively different to the other two previous versions of Gaultier Divine, easily interchangeable, I think. So for me, this is kind of like an unnecessary third version, but it does perform, and if you like particularly ylang ylang, then I think you'll like this. We have a new fragrance from niche brand Ellis Brooklyn called Vanilla Salt. This is a very fresh vanilla, and you really get the salt, the aquatic notes, and then a soft vanilla underneath, so it's not super sweet and sickly at all. It's very light, very everyday, quite wearable. So don't be put off by the big vanilla word on it. I would say it's more like salty fresh, and then cozy sort of clean girl vanilla underneath. And then lastly, we have a new version of Boss Bottled called Boss Bottled Beyond. The Hugo Boss fragrances are great gifts for men, boys for Christmas. They do great gift sets, gifts with purchase. They're relatively affordable. There's a big advertising campaign around this at the moment. This one, Beyond, really reminds me of original Boss Bottled, which is quite clean, fresh, a little bit sporty. They have other versions, the Absolute version, I think, that comes in like a browny, bronzy colored bottle. I really love that. Stephen wears that. It's my favorite on him at the moment. But this is more fresh, daytime, for the office, for college, school. So I'd always recommend the Boss fragrances at Christmas as really easy like gift sets that are really like ideal for any age range, like really easy for gifting. And then lastly, just a heads up that my new release Cleopatra is now available for US, Canada, Mexico and Australia on FragranceNet. It finally got through US customs, and in the UK and Ireland you can get my limited edition travel set of my 4 travel sprays on the boots.com and boots.ie website. This is a one-off product for Christmas, so when it's gone forever, but basically you get my 4 travel sprays in here and you save £29 on buying them all separately. Cool, so those are all the new releases I've managed to get my hands on past month. Let me know what else you're excited for that's being released soon, and let me know what your favorite is if you've tried any of these. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. I always read them, and the links to where you can buy all of these will be down below in the description box as always. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.